So stop renaming your screenshots and do this instead. I'll just go over my screenshots tonight. As you can see, I've got 42 items in my screenshots folder. And if you do it manually, obviously you know what I'm talking about, because you'd have to click on it. And if you see, it just says Cleanshot 2026, the date, the month, the time, and everything, but it doesn't tell me what's actually what the image is about. So you'd have to click on it, right click, even I had to have a quick look at it, blah blah blah, and look at a few of them and decide, what to name it, some random name, and then I'll have to like put it into a folder somewhere else in another folder, which takes, even if I did this like 30 seconds at each one, or even 20 seconds, it's still 10 minutes, 15 minutes to do the 42. That's if you probably get to about 10, 15 and take a break and say, nah, I'm doing something else. I'm not into this. So there is a better way. I just discovered it myself since using, AI and Cowork. And as you can see, I'm going to get Cowork to help me today to sort this out. So if I just went to Cowork here, I'm going to put in and just say something to help it, just a quick, just a humanized prompt. Not even a prompt. I'm just going to ask this to get it. Take the screenshots and I'm going to show it where the folder is, and ask it, can it just categorize it into folders that they, actually can determine what it is. Just allocate it to create folders that will actually make it easy for me to organize and get back to these. And I'll just rename them and put them in the folders and organize them. So I'm going to actually pick the folder, choose a different folder we're going to be working with, which is where these screenshots are. So I'm going to give it access to the screenshot. I'm going to allow. I'm just going to give it a thing. Claude, can you take the screenshots that are in this particular folder and rename them and create folders that allocate, that reference whatever's in the actual of the images? I just used Whisper. I'm doing a voice to text, so it's easy. I didn't, because it just speeds up the process, because it just gets your brainstorming out a lot faster. So we're just giving a quick direction to that screenshot folder, giving it access, so it's going to go through and rename those particular screenshots and put them in folders that it thinks that it's actually, determine what it's actually about. So if we go, let's go, and on the right hand side you're going to see the progress. Obviously it's just kicking off. It's going to try and access that folder, and it might prompt me to actually give it access, or if it wants me to confirm an action to continue. So as you're seeing on the right hand side, it's got the progress. It's thinking now, loading the tools, extending the file, the screenshots, and as you see, hands off. I'm not doing it as I showed you at the beginning of the video. I would have to manually do this and check each one. See on the right hand side, it's actually access my folder, screenshots. It's going through each one. Now you can see the list of them here, renaming them. So what would have taken me, time to do this, it doesn't matter what folder you give it. This is just a small case study of how you can do it. Very simple task. It could be your downloads folder, it could be any particular folder that you might have like a lot of invoices in, that you want to do the same type of thing. You might have a list of invoices that just have random file names, so you wanted them to analyze per month and how much per invoice was, something to that extent. So it's saying now it's reading all the images to identify the content, and obviously number 2 is going to go to renaming the files based on that content, and it'll create folders and move files into those folders. So it's actually doing, eliminating those 3 things that I would probably procrastinate to do, because I keep looking at a list of screenshots of today, which is about 42 today, or 41 images. So imagine that on a daily, if I had 7 days times those 41 images, if I was doing 40 images plus a day screenshotting, and it just had that random clean shot, the day, the date, and so forth. I still didn't even know what the images were, because if you're like me, you get to 2 days in and you forget what you screenshotted. Now they're building a folder structure and renaming everything. And just for reference, I'm just using the Sonnet 4.6. That just saves your tokens as well. Like if you're doing deep research, you'd opt in for Optus 4.6 when it does this deep research and down like a heavy loaded task. And you can see it's renamed and sorted into 7 folders. YouTube channel, YouTube research, and my photos, and color grading, channel strategy, website building tools. So it's actually, it's giving me the 7 folders that are determined from looking at the pictures, renaming them, and putting them into those folders. So it's done. See how long that it would have taken me to do it manually? Now it's actually finished. So if we go back to the folder itself and we're back to the documents, you can see it's all itemized now. We've been back to the screenshots. Before it was a mess. Now it's into these 7 folders: general strategy, tools. It's all being itemized now. Website build and YouTube channel. So you see the benefit of, you're getting the AI tools to actually do a lot of the heavy load for you up front, so you can concentrate on other areas in your business. So if this is, actually help you as well, then cool. This was what my goal was, to actually show you real time how I'm using Codework as I'm learning it day to day myself with Claude.